Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 49, I think is what it is. In this episode, I am going to be going back into the cryo planet. Going to be working on the Pyroflux material. Going to start loading up some random things. I'm going to bring some meteor defense installations over since I might as well. And then let's hit Control 3, go back to the planet, try and see what we have in stock and maybe what we might need more so for the iron ingot production. So still plenty of belts, plenty of inserters. I have 40 furnaces, industrial furnaces, which should be plenty, and even more of those smaller, like, I forget what they're called, cast furnaces. Okay, so plenty of those. This rocket is ready to go. Look how much more vulcanite I'm making than cryonite. When I go over there, I might set some circuit conditions on this to say, so it doesn't overfill. The heck? Oh, I can't move stuff around. Interesting. Might set some conditions to delineate, like, I don't know, 20,000 cryo rods or 20,000 vulcanite blocks, so it'll stop at some point. So this whole ratio won't be filled all the way down the rocket. Might as well work on maybe bringing another core miner over there, so we'll figure out what I need for that, because I know it might be a bit complicated to make over there, so I want to maybe make it here instead. Also, a quick tangent. I'm going to put stuff in here. Tangent? Maybe I should say detour. Just keep those working all the time. Alright. Now let's look at what I will need. Alright. Been a while since I've unlocked more things. Perhaps I should not look at those until I actually intend to look at those. Deep core mining. Probably in here. There it is. 400 concrete, 40 mining drills. Well, I know where the mining drills are. They're down here. Somewhere. Way down here. 50 will be fine. 400 concrete, and it was like 200 steel or something. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 200 steel and build. Okay. And just for funsies, I'm not going to do it. I will just take several stacks of stuff though. I want more glass. Double it. I'm just loading this up preemptively now so that the base has these storage containers have more space to make stuff later down the line. A lot of small electric engines, put half of them in there. Let's load up the oil next. That deep core mining drill did complete. Poor bots chasing me all over the place. That's a good start. I actually probably don't need to bring that much steel. There's a lot of steel from all the oil canisters that I'm going to be bringing up. I will bring more plastic though, because I do want scaffolding, scaffolding, and more scaffolding. Right. Yeah, I'll just take those 10 with me. Who knows, I might be able to use them on the planet. Let's see. Take another quick look here. I don't think there's any fluids other than the molten and the pyroflux. Now this is a vulcanite block and sand. That takes fluid in. It just outputs fluid. One fluid and solid in, one fluid out. One fluid in, one solid out. 25 seconds. It'll be fun to figure out kind of like the appropriate crafting speeds for those. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's this one flashing light. Something. Alright, well, in the meantime, let's... Already researched, okay. Particle accelerator. Sounds like another building. Okay. Now we'll get some hurt shooting speed and damage. Don't really use explosions at the moment. These are locked behind material science. Okay. Yes, hold on, let's delete. Whoa, that was cool to see. Do. Only 2 of them left. That was super cool to see. That's where it landed. And they really like crashing on my frickin' belts. That's totally gonna happen when I'm like not here, which is part of the reason why I'm bringing the meteor defense system over here. It's gonna take up a lot of power, but you know, that's fine. Alright, am I just stalling for time or am I actually good to go? I kinda think I'm good to go. Shoot first and ask questions later, right? 95 and 100. Last row, landing pad. I think it's just me. I'm gonna instantly go to launch. Ooh, look at that number, 79.99%. Oh, I missed the... Oh, man. Good thing I wasn't carrying anything. First things first. Oh, also, let's grab some ammo. And just put 25 in there. Alright, where do I want this installation? Guess it doesn't really matter where it is, huh? As long as it's not in the way of anything. OV. Of course. We'll do this. We're all charging. I am maxing out my power. Okay. Put all of it in there. And off to the races. I will very quickly also just set this down, but I won't necessarily connect it to power. That's probably the next easiest one to mine. Maybe this one up here. Output down. Okay, 1 to 6 is that ratio. What is this ratio? You're making 10 a second. And then you're consuming 1 a second. I'm not going to go off of that. I'm going to go off of maybe how many iron bricks I want. Supposedly you're making 4. If I were to go over to the space, oh no, space, and take a look at the production science, you want them in equal value, 5 and 6, so not quite. You want a little bit more vulcanite than iron. I'm going to say if you're making 4 of these a second, let's try and use 2 a second. That's rough enough ratio, right? Enough for 2 machines. Consume. I need sand brought over next to the vulcanite. And then it's a liquid, and I'm pumping a liquid and iron ore together. Right, so we'll just sacrifice one of these buildings each, so I have an idea of what's going on here. Your pyro, your iron ingot. Yeah, there's just outputs actually a what am I trying to say? This outputs a liquid. And this takes this. And so one of the things I can do is by I can just disable it by doing this. Okay. I have no use for that. Actually never even turned any of this or iron ore into landfill, but I swear I picked up a pulverizer. But I copied a recycling facility. Okay. That sounds like me. Time to upgrade this to a substation. Have everything be happy. Alright, that is a line of sand. Where's my stone mining? I know I have it somewhere. It's up there. Well. It is also time to get rid of this stuff, which will come first. Good, they all move. That's fantastic. Wow, that's done fast. Okay. Whoa, more stuff. Energy catalog. I haven't looked at any of this. Okay, do I want this to be above or below? Hmm. I could bring it down here, the sand. Oh, what am I doing? Am I going to bring the stone over to be crushed? Where am I going to turn it? When am I going to crush it into sand? I could do it over here. So let's work backwards now. Although I'm going to want cryonite coming in there. Let's just bring it in over here. Yeah, next to this is fine. And you can come up here. Then with the splitter, say input priority from the left. There we go. Now I'll use all the stone in storage first. I'll stop it there for now. Oh, these might not be able to be next to each other. Alright, redo this. Six. 7. And I think I will just do 7 and 7 and just do 14 instead. Because that would still give me... Oh, there's a lot of science here. I haven't even looked at this. Holmium plates. And all that other purple stuff that I haven't paid any attention to yet. Oh boy. Holmium cable. Astral particle simulation. Biochemical simulation. Nanomaterial simulation. I have some idea that all the space sciences are going to use those computers. Anywho, I looked up 14. I saw it was molten core. I realized the number that I actually wanted to see was this guy. So let's... Which involves me to bring out the calculator again. I'm doing 14 times 6, 84. Just manually type that. Getting 3 a second. I don't need 3 a second because this guy's... Well... Actually... What about 42? $1.8 a second. Let's build 14 of these, and then I'll decide if I want to build 84 of these or 42 of those or some other number of these. Let's do that and build them separately. That's a great idea. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. But even with like a 15 of these, 24 a second. Okay, it is a lot of iron. That does seem to fit. You're gonna be outputting the molten shit, and then you're gonna intake copper up here. If I want another row, I can do it. And that's how I'm gonna treat it. Okay. Oopsie. Hee. Totally forgot about the pulverizer. Give me another one. Alright, and that's producing like 5 stone per second? 6 sand per second. Wow, words are hard. Do something like that, it'll be fine. Input priority from left. There we go. You are making it. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring it down to the casting. Which I think I will do... Fuck it, I'll do it right over here. As good a spot as any. To me, it's inaudible, but I think it happens whenever I push. It's either when I move my microphone or if I put my hands on and off my desk. It makes that big hollow sound because the boom stand that my mic's on I don't think is very good. We'll start with this. I can do it like that. One back, yeah. Okay, so now I'm making iron ingots. 5, 6. If I go one more back, do something like this. You do need a place to put out the iron ingots. Whoa. All this really expensive stuff. I mean, I guess the suit. I really don't need it though. I already have a suit that I'm like gonna use. I don't plan on changing it. 1, 2, 3. I can insert like this. It does fill up. And I also realize I'm gonna want a frickin' pump for this. And really like the pump here. You're just full, okay. But I can put it here if need be. $250. You go to $4.99. Okay. Guess the other option is to just have this down here and just bring it off for all 4 rows, but I think this is better. Or I guess it doesn't matter enough for me to change. Oh, this is like 1.5, 1.68. Okay, that should be perfectly fine. Oh. I have no idea what I did on Friday at work, but I really messed up my back. It's really sore. I'm getting really antsy already, and I haven't even been sitting for an hour. Like a painkiller or something. For those of you that don't know, I don't know if I've ever shared this, but I herniated a disc at my old job several years ago, and it put me out of work for 18 months with the surgery and everything. And it was a long recovery time. And I guess to finish that thought, it was a long recovery time, and it was a lot of work to try and straighten out my back because I had contorted and I had secondary pelvis issues. All things considered, though, it was a very successful surgery. Extremely successful. They give you over like what they hope to accomplish, and those are usually like the minimum specs, and then you can talk to the doctor about what they hope you'll recover to. And I recovered better than expected. I had no nerve feeling in my down my right leg, where they hit you with the hammer for like nerve reflexes. I was zeros and like a 1. So they weren't quite sure how much I'd recover, but it all came back like to nearly 100%. So that was good. But sometimes my back can get really sore. It's nothing like the nerve pain that I experienced in the past, but it's a really intense aching, and it hurts to move it. So it seems to be like there are certain things that just set it off real bad, and I'm not quite sure what they are. But back to Factorio. This all seems to be working good. I need to probably do its own line. Those only stack to 50. Oh my god. Okay. That's terrible. And I should have thought of that beforehand. do this instead. Okay, this is the line for vulcanite. And this is going to be the line. Matter. Okay. This. No output, that's fine. Okay. All this still seems to be working pretty good. This is all acceptable to me. One of those. Good. What's this? Is this sand? Is this sand? Here, just one for vulcanite, one for that. You're gonna have 16 of that. You're gonna have 16 of vulcanite, and then you're gonna have double that. There we go. Oh, vulcanite on the right. No filter over here. Now, I might want to be producing more iron ingots than vulcanite blocks, because if vulcanite blocks back up before iron ingots, would it freeze it? No, because it would just mean I would only... No, that's fine. Yeah. It doesn't matter. This is looking pretty good now. One thing I don't have is a, this is another error. This happened earlier. I'm not quite sure what this means. I don't have a storage tank for the molten iron. Technically, it's a wash. I have my doubts. Either way, those are no longer needed. Let's get the deep core mining set up. Get it power and stuff. Yes, are there any other things over here? Let's go over and then down the power line. Where am I trying to bring it in? Okay. I'm curious about this stuff. Barrel. Beryllium powder. More Pyroflux. Interesting. Beryllium hydroxide. Beryllium chloride. Okay. I guess here, getting to the end of the episode. I think in the next episode, I'm going to start looking at this just proactively, trying to figure out what exactly that takes. Increase the solar panels around here a little bit more. Figure out maybe what the beryllium stuff is used on, and then just try and get that set up a little bit. Let's see what places they like to stuff this in. Well, at least the stone will slowly get recycled somewhat. And this is definitely going to fill up now that these only stack to 50. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, 16. This is going to be a full rocket when it starts going to space. So, alrighty. And thanks for watching. Thanks for sorry about last episode again. That was my fault. I didn't do an audio check, and it happened to be the one time when I swapped my audio capture from one game to the next and then forgot to switch it back to Factorio. So that's all on me. Won't happen again, and I'll just keep the habit of doing my video and audio checks before every episode, every time I record. In the next episode, we'll be looking at Barrel. We'll be looking at starting our first production science research by sending this rocket out here. Just want to let it stack up a little bit. And then probably expand power here. So I'm going to stay on this planet for the time being. And then down the line, look and see if there's anything. Look for other things to do on this planet kind of proactively. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye. There are solar panels here. I suppose before I put down solar panels, I will do the ratio calculator with the bookmark that I have on the Wikipedia page to try and figure out what the proper ratio is for this planet.